Coming up on today's show, we bounced back yesterday with some profit in our pocket, so we'll recap it and then we'll get in some more bets on tonight's NBA action. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, we get to ring the cash register today as we bounce back yesterday with some profit. Let's go ahead and recap it. As you can see right there, we went 3-2 and plus 0.95 units. That's what I'm talking about right there. Just a nice, good bounce back day. Our profit started off going with that Lakers team total over 107 points. The scrubs came through in the fourth quarter and got good cash there, so that was a good job by them. They weren't unable to keep it under 6.5 points as we lost it against the spread. Lakers, if you look at the box score, they just had a bad second quarter in terms of scoring. Then they had a really bad third quarter in terms of defense, so the middle of that game really got away from the Lakers there and prevented them from covering the spread, but they came through on one of those bets, so that was really good, them hitting that team total. And then our other trip of the day came to that 76ers and that Warriors game. That one was so close to going over the total. It only missed by 9 points, and that's with the Warriors scoring only 17 points in the first quarter, and they only got 13 points in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, we just needed a little bit more production there from the Warriors, and they would have cashed it. I mean, 17 and 13 points are really low. I mean, if they just get up into the 20s, like most NBA teams do, each and every quarter, we get a nice, good cash there on the over. But unfortunately, the Warriors, had a bad first and fourth quarter and sunk that bet, but we came back in the nighttime there with Nets and the Blazers, and we went 2-0 in that game, and that one felt really good. We had the Nets plus 3.5, and they not only covered the 3.5, they went ahead and won the game up over the Blazers. And then the sweet spot of the night was the one pick I gave you guys yesterday on YouTube, under 236.5 points in that Nets-Blazers game. We got that one to cash. That one felt really good. You guys know that when you bet and you guys, win bets, you get confidence, right? You get confidence in sports betting, anything you do in life, right? If something goes your way or something good happens to you, you gain confidence. So I gained confidence from that pick, but not only do I gain confidence, I get an extra boost of confidence from that game. Because if you guys remember on yesterday's show, anybody remember how many points I told you that game was going to be? I told you guys on yesterday's show there's going to be 228 points. That's exactly how many points were scored in that game, 228. So nailed that game. So yeah, get a little bit of extra confidence boost because I was just really locked in on my research there on that game. I predicted 117 to 111, and the game went 116 to 112. So I almost even got the exact score right. But either way, I did get the total right there of 228. So yeah, that one felt good. Overall, just a good night last night. Went 3-2 and plus 0.95 units on the day. So calling back exactly what I said we were going to do. We were going to go ahead and get those units back, and we started off Tuesday, and we're going to keep on getting those units back on Wednesday. Before we go ahead and give you those bets, we've got some money to give out. Let's go ahead and start with the NBC Sports Predictor League. I forgot to do this yesterday. The golf contest obviously had wrapped up and meant to do this on Tuesdays and forgot. Look at it. Will won again, everybody. Will takes home the prize. Now, 2 weeks in a row that Will has won and kicked everybody's ass in the golf. So you can't touch Will in golf knowledge. Will is the man. So, Will, you don't need to go ahead and hit me up on Twitter and give me your PayPal information. Obviously, you won last week, so I've already got your PayPal. So a little bit later on this morning, I'll go ahead and drop you that $20. But congratulations to Will. Keep kicking ass. And everybody else, you got to step up. Don't let Will take all my money. Somebody else needs to come and get my money. So look forward to the next tournament. There's no golf contest this weekend. The next one we'll do is the Masters. So a big boy tournament there on the Masters. So we'll see who can predict the first major of the year. Look forward to the Masters. Always really a good tournament. Other than that, we've got some other free money to give away. Obviously, I told you guys I was doing a free $15 giveaway on yesterday's. So let's go ahead and do that. Great comments yesterday. Lots of obviously positive support. And I was down yesterday. And pre-YouTube, when I would have a bad day of sports betting, you just kind of shrug your shoulders, and it's kind of like, well, that happens, shit happens. But now that I'm doing YouTube and I'm encouraging people to follow me on my bets, I take these losses harder. I sleep like shit. I hate really getting on YouTube the next day, and I think it showed a little bit yesterday, but it's just because, you guys are losing money, right? I hate losing money, but boy, when I see you guys lose money, I hate that. So it felt really good to obviously bounce back last night and help you guys put some money in your pocket. So with that being said, let's go ahead, and I'm feeling extra good, and I'm feeling good that under 236 hit. I called that exactly at 220. I'm going to do 3 names out of the hat. I said I was only going to do 1 name. Nah, we're going to do 3 names. 3 people are getting hooked up. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll on into these 3 names. Let's see who it's going to be. We'll do this one. Lots of great comments. God, great fans out there. We'll do that one. And one more. One more lucky person. All right, we'll do that one. So those will do. All three of these people will get $15. We've got Thad. Thad's going to go ahead and win $15. Congratulations, Thad. We've got Steph. Steph is going to go ahead and win $15. Congratulations. And we've got Stephanie C. Stephanie C is also going to win $15. All three of those people need to hit me up on Twitter, drop me your PayPal information, and I'll go ahead and give you the $15. There's no, if you're watching this and you're saying, am I Stephanie or am I Steph or am I Thad? We had no duplications on names. So if you're Thad and you know you dropped a comment, or if you're Steph, subsequently, you are the person. We didn't have two Johns, two Brians, two Chris's, what have you. So it should be easy to know if you got that money. All right, cool. Glad to hook you guys up with some money. It feels good. Feels good today. Let's go ahead and roll through some bets. Some of these bets I'm not going to give any justification on because I've already uploaded our video for a chance to win $25,000 on the Fox Bet Super 6 app, which I actually feel really good about those picks. I thought maybe the hardest matchup to pick was maybe that Clippers-Spurs game, just because the Spurs are always tough. I mean, Popovich just always has his boys ready to play, but I thought for the most part it was relatively easy. So let's fingers crossed that obviously getting winners isn't the difficult part. So there's fucking win margins, man, brutal tight windows that they make you pick from. So let's just hope that maybe we can do really good that week on that app. But that being said, these first three bets, I'm just going to go ahead and hit you with the selections. You guys already know how I feel about it. I'm going to go ahead and take the Suns minus 7.5. This one actually wasn't on the Fox Bet Super 6 app, but Suns minus 7.5 and minus 1.3 over points bet. This one here is really a head scratcher for me. The Nuggets played the Magic last night, who are the Suns playing today, and they were favored by 7 in that game. The Suns do everything better than the Nuggets, practically, really except for rebounding. But otherwise, the Suns do it all better than the Nuggets, not by a whole big margin or a great deal. But they are better than the Nuggets. So I don't understand how Nuggets are favored by 7 yesterday, win by 11. A better team comes into town to face the Magic, and it's relatively the same spread. I don't get it. It's a head scratcher to me, but I'll gladly go ahead and do the Suns minus 7.5 at minus 103 over points bet tonight over the Magic. The next one I'll do is I'll go ahead and take that Nuggets money line. They're playing the Raptors. Raptors are a little bit in disarray. They're talking about trading some of their best players. Stats wise, sincerely suggests that the Nuggets will win this game. So I don't really care that they're on the back end of a back-to-back. That does not worry me one bit. I like the Nuggets money line. I tweeted this one out earlier today when I was at minus 112, and I can find that at FanDuel. And then the last one I'll do is I'll go ahead and do a Suns Bulls money line parlay, and that comes in at minus 110 over at DraftKings. So Suns Bulls money line parlay at minus 110 over at DraftKings. Let's go ahead now and get in some player props. I've got 3 player props for you. I'm going to go ahead and start with that Cavs-Bulls game, and I'm going to go ahead and do Jared Allen. I know a lot of you guys are shaking your head, and you're like, wait, didn't he just burn us the other night? I mean, burned us in terms of, we didn't win a bet, but he didn't burn us in terms of, really having a bad performance. And I want to remind you guys about a month ago, it was like a month ago or so, we took Sabonis one night, and he didn't cash, and then that very next night, he had a good matchup, and we bet him again, and that second night, he went ahead and cashed for us. So you just can't put a whole lot of stock into a guy maybe not coming through for you. If you like the matchup, the numbers say he should have a good performance, I'm going to go ahead and back it, even though, what was it, Monday night? Yeah, he didn't cash for us, and the matchup is really good. Look, this Bulls defense in the last 14 games versus centers are allowing 30.1 points on 67.7% field goal percentage, which is second last in the NBA. They're number 27 in defending the paint non-restricted area at 47.6 field goal percentage, and currently right now in the last 14, they rank dead last in the NBA in opponents' points in the paint. So I like Jared Allen to go over. Again, he didn't really miss by that much the other night, and what I also like about that is, which even gives me even more confidence I think Jared Allen can do it tonight, is Monday night, obviously the Cavs had the blueprint of the same script that I saw, right, of attack the Kings inside, because while Jared Allen didn't cash, we know his backup center didn't cash. So if the Cavs just had the same kind of thinking and are looking at the same sheet of paper where it's like, the Bulls can't defend the paint just like the Kings can't, and we had success against the Kings, well, let's just go punish the Bulls in the paint like we did the Kings. So, yeah, I think we got a good indication of what the Cavs coaching staffs likes to do. That if they see it on the paper, they have no problem going and trying to attack that mismatch that they have and that advantage that they have. So let's hope that Jared Allen has a little bit better of a shooting night. Doesn't need to do it a lot better. He was really close to catching the other night, and let's see if he can come through for us tonight. Over 13.5 points at -120 over at PointsBet. I'm going to go ahead and stay with this game because while the Bulls can't defend the paint very well, they defend the small forward position best in the NBA in the last 14. So we're going to go ahead and fade Jared Allen's teammate, Isaac Okoro, I believe it is. We're going to take under 8.5 points at -125 over at FanDuel. Again, in the last 14 game, Bulls are number one defending the small forward position, allowing only 12.8 points at 31.5% field goal percentage, which obviously I know the 12.8 points is more than obviously what this prop is, but this guy is not used in the offense at all when you go ahead and look up his stats. He's not a good player. Or he may be a good player, but he's not a player that they rely on heavily in that offense. And then the Bulls, this guy likes to shoot some threes. The Bulls are number one in the NBA in defending above the break in the NBA in the last 14, allowing only 29.1% field goal percentage. And this bet has cashed in 7 of his 9 games in the month of March. So, yeah, a guy that's not involved in the offense all that much, has a terrible matchup. Based on how the Bulls defend that small forward position. So let's hope he can stay under 8.5 points, and you can find that at -125 over at PointsBet. Then the last player prop I want to give you guys is the Bucks Celtics game. I'm going to go ahead and take Jason Tatum over 23.5 points at -113 over DraftKings. He dropped 30 against the Bucks earlier on this season. The Bucks defense in the last 14 versus the small forward position are allowing 24 points per game and allowing 51.1 field goal percentage, which is bottom third in the league, and they're number 27 in the league in defending the mid-range jump shot, allowing 46.1% field goal percentage. So like Jason Tatum, to have him a good night and get at least 24 points in that game so he can come through with a nice cash for us. So that's what we're going to roll with. I wanted to jump on here with you guys and give you those player props and the money lines and against the spreads before lines shifted. I am eyeing a lot of other bets. There's advantages there for the Spurs. Also maybe a couple of other against the spreads I may pull a trigger on, but maybe about 2 or 3 more player props that I am on. But again, I wanted to jump on here with you guys and at least give you this information before maybe lines change or the numbers change. So just look for me on Twitter, though, to pull the trigger on any more of those bets. It's at WinningBetsPod. It's at WinningBetsPod. I hope you guys have a fantastic Wednesday, fantastic hump day. I hope to see you guys back on tomorrow's show. We'll count up this profit and start off another day. Have a good one.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.